Hello, students. The topic of lesson 5 is attending a conference. And the aim of today's video lesson is to teach master's students to talk about the scientific conferences, fill in a scientific conference participant form. And lesson outcomes. At the end of the video lesson, students will know how to talk about scientific conferences and how to fill in a scientific conference participant form. Students will be able to conduct discussions, express opinions, defend with arguments, express agreement or disagreement with other points of view. And also, students will enlarge vocabulary using scientific expressions to present a scientific project or article. So as you can see, topical word list of the lesson. Closing speech, заключительное слово. Conference, to attend a conference, присутствовать на конференции. To close, закрыть работу конференции. To convene conference, созывать конференцию. To hold conference, проводить конференцию. To host conference, быть принимающей стороной конференции. To organize conference, организовать конференцию. To sponsor conference, спонсировать конференцию. To take part or to participate in conference, принимать участие в конференции. Annual conference, ежегодная конференция. Forthcoming conference, предстоящая конференция. Regular conference, очередная конференция. Conference attendee, участник конференции. Председатель конференции, chair or chairman. Conference proceedings переводится как сборник трудов конференции. Participant – участник конференции. Пленарное заседание is in English plenary session. Preliminary announcement, call for papers, информационное письмо. Registration – регистрация участников конференции. Fee – взнос участника. Location and hours of conference – место и время регистрации конференции. Report – доклад. Deliver or make a report. Это означает выступить с докладом. Abstract of the report – тезисы доклада. Speaker – докладчик. Style guidelines – требования к оформлению тезисов. Take the floor – выступить, взять слово. Talk shop – говорить на профессиональную тему. Working language – рабочий язык конференции. Workshop – секционное заседание. So, at home, try to revise all these words because you know that they will be helpful to know the topic of conference. So, being a conference attendee, you may be asked to fill in a registration form. Here, we are going to study how to fill conference registration form. So, look at the registration form. So, what information should be included here? Of course, you have to write your first name, last name, and institution. And email, your address, the country where you come from, the city where you live, the state, zip code, and your telephone number. And also here, we have to write about preferred day and time for presentation. For example, you have to show the months, time, and so on. So while taking part in the discussion, the participants, they are supposed to make use of following colloquial phrases. As you can see from the slide, so while delivering your speech, you can use these phrases, such as, I'm interested in this problem. I should point out that, or you can say, I should emphasize that. I think, I suppose, or I believe that, I must say that, or you can say the phrases like, in my opinion, as for me, to my mind, I could comment on the question. If I understand you correctly, if I'm not mistaken, I hold the same opinion. So if you agree with the given speech or with the given opinion, you can say, that's right, exactly, quite so, quite right, quite true. Or you can say, I quite agree with you. I think so too. But if you disagree with the opinion of other speakers, you can say, I don't think so. I don't agree. I disagree. I can't agree with you. I'm afraid that you are wrong here. So these all colloquial phrases are also helpful, and that's why you were recommended to learn them by heart. So now please complete the sentences supplying them with the missing information. So you can use topical word list from previous slide. So please do this exercise at home. You can make the screenshot of this page and try to complete the sentences. So speak on the latest conference you have attended according to the plan. So if you have attended any kind of conferences in the past, so you have to prepare your speech. So please keep this plan. Try to include this information about preliminary announcement, about the problem field or problem area of the conference that you attended. And don't forget to speak about conference status and the conference host, about conference sponsors, and also try to include information about number of participants. So also will be useful for other students about your experience, how you organize your registration fee, how accommodation provided, and about conference agenda, ways of presenting one's reports abstracts. And also you can give your experience about plenary session workshops and the last one about conference proceedings. So the reading skills, in order to develop your reading skills, you're expected to read this information. So in case of permanent contacts, scientists exchange business correspondence and can send letters of invitation to each other. This is a model or example of this kind of letter, invitation letter. So please read this letter. You can also use as the model in future. So now check your knowledge of the useful vocabulary on the topic in question. You are expected to give English equivalents to the Russian ones. Получить приглашение, участвовать в конференции, поделиться опытом, быть устроителем конференции, заинтересованным учреждением. All equivalents of these Russian ones you can find in the previous slides. So as your the second home assignment task, you can answer to these progress questions. The first question, what is academic conference? And who usually convenes academic conference? And how do prospective participants get to know about the conference? What information does a preliminary announcement contain? What are the roles in conference agenda? How is the work of the conference organized? What is an abstract? What is the procedure of presenting abstracts or papers to the conference? What are the conference proceedings? When are they published and distributed? What is the role of academic conferences? And the question, have you ever participated in a conference? And don't forget to answer, what kind of conference was it? And what workshops did you attend during the conference? And did you make a presentation? And was your abstract published in the conference proceedings? And what were the impression of the conference? And the last question, what experience did you gain?